Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to Kikutech today. We are coming to have a discussion about the maiden edition of Ho Conference that happened on 24th, 25th, and 26th of October. We were there to, show our support to our brothers because this is kind of a unique event. Considering it happened outside of Accra, there are very limited amount of events happening in Accra. So I think it was a very special one, and then we enjoyed ourselves. So, Kweku, welcome to Kweku Tech.
Yeah, thank you. What's a limited event happening in Accra?
No, outside Accra.
Accra.
Yeah,
Thank you,
outside
correct
Accra.
yourself.
Yeah, okay.
So we don't normally do this, as you can see as well
Yeah,
in the pie who this is just to celebrate them for bringing this up at Volta region of Ghana. We don't normally do it. So you always see us in our Kwekutech at us, but today we want to celebrate Pie Who for
fighting who? Yeah, for the awesome work they did.
yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed the trip though. I enjoyed
Uh,
the trip, especially that night.
what happened that night?
We will keep it our little
Me, I
secret.
don't know. Me, I don't know. You have to tell.
Yeah, Sally. So we went for the pie hole event, like he said. So we are coming to digest whatever went on.
What
There.
it? Yeah.
Charlie, how was the first day for you?
So I enjoyed the whole event. The event as a whole.
Yeah.
It wasn't as I would say, go and then learn. It was a social event also where you could interact with others.
Yeah.
You get to learn, and then you see a lot of things happening. Right? It wasn't. It was, let's say, up to the standard we see in Accra. I don't want to say like they don't do, but then
Below,
we've not seen
yeah.
a lot outside Accra. So I mean, it wasn't much different. So I enjoyed the event.
Yeah, I also enjoyed the event. I got some shout outs like always, especially the one inside the town.
Inside the town, yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
we
We
were
met one
working,
guy,
yeah,
yeah.
the guy mentioned, "Oh, quick, take." I was very happy. My head was
Oh,
very.
Charlie,
Charlie,
these are the reasons why
yeah.
we've not bought a car yet. The money is there, but then we want to walk on the street and then take fans for our people.
Please, me, I don't have the money. If you can buy me a car, kindly buy me one, okay? But the event was great. Shout out to the organizers of
Yeah,
this event for this. This was a median edition, and I like the way people go from Accra to go and support the event,
yeah,
especially from the Python community. All of them moving from here to go to support the event. I really appreciate that and thank them all for this. We got there quietly. I will use the word
quietly.
yes,
Yeah,
quietly. You always know me using this quietly. Around 7, we were there. We wake up very early
yeah.
to get to the event so that we can meet people, capture the event and this. How was the setup for you when we got there and the location, like locating the place? How was it for you?
So you were in the keke with me, so
Yeah.
we had a little issue trying to locate the place.
No, we didn't have the issue. It was the keke
Your
driver.
keke driver that
Yes,
didn't know that. Okay,
yes,
okay.
doesn't know the route because he was selling it, taking us to the UHAS hostel. Whilst we
Hostel.
tell him that the
Conference hall.
conference hall at Trafalgar or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah. But then the setup for me was nice. Like the place was spacious. The chairs were arranged. There was a lot of space to stretch and stuff. And then outside there was the banner to take pictures
pictures and
for
things.
people with people who are photogenic.
Yeah,
And then there were, I think inside too there were banners, right?
yeah. Inside too there were banners and there were table for sponsors and we also got a table.
Yeah, they gave us a table.
Though in the morning, like you said, it was a bit difficult for people to locate the place because there was no banners outside for people to know that that was where the event was going on. But they fixed that within some 5 minutes when they told them and they just sent one banner out for the location.
Exactly. Sharp team.
Yeah. When we got there, everything was set up, registration desks. They were certain. Okay, we got there very early before the event.
They were
around 7,
sorting the names, the tag names. Yeah.
And preparing the place for the
almost juice in the eyes.
Breakfast and the drinks. Yeah, there were drinks too, and it was and this one they didn't share pure, they shared Vortic too. So
yeah, exclusive, like executive event. Like if you didn't come, you missed out. You missed out.
And they so that was the setup side. People got to network in the morning before the whole event started. And yeah, that was what I would say from the beginning of the event, and that those things went well for me.
Yeah, so yeah, they did a good job setting up the place. Me mom, they are like, you see, the ceiling was very high, and then
Yeah,
so the place was,
it's
it felt
very
very open.
spacious.
Yeah, it felt very open.
Yeah. And the event gets started quite late, I would say.
Not too late.
Not too late,
Yeah,
yeah,
not too
quite
late.
late because
Yeah,
of the numbers.
the numbers.
But when the event got started, Kafi came to introduce the event, gave some few talks about how they came about. I really like that aspect, how he stayed consistent till now, and he's still doing it. To be able to organize a conference, it's not an easy task. Yeah. And for him to be able to pull that in, not even in Accra or Kumasi, that was a massive work from him. So I really like that aspect before the talks started.
Yeah, and I think a lot of work went into this particular event, right? Because I think he stated that they started with coming together, Django Girls,
Yeah.
and then led to other meetups, frequent meetups, and then how since 2016 or 2017 has led up to this particular moment where they have the maiden edition of PyHo, and it's very impressive because Charlie,
Very.
for about 7 years of work to pay off in this kind of manner. You don't give up, you keep going.
Yeah, and even within this year, before this event, I noticed that he was moving to one event to the other to be able to work. For his goal is not only to organize the event, but also bring subsequent events happening in Accra and Kumasi to Ho,
So
yeah, that they can have this event in Ho. And so he invited some people, which I don't think I'm privileged to mention the names of those organizations, to the event, so that they can be able to look at what is going on in PyHo, so that they can also bring their events there the following year. So we are looking up to those organizations to see if that can be achieved or not.
It is possible. Let's continue. It is possible. Hey, I beg. I dissociate myself from any.
Let's go. No one is asking anything. Let's go through the talks, like the talks that the people came to give, the speakers.
Yeah.
The keynote speaker was, the first talk was online, right?
Yes. I believe it was. Is Python really easy? Keynotes.
Is it?
If you're a beginner, it is. But then when you start doing pandas and then PyCharm, pandas, what are the AI? This one.
MMLs.
Yeah, the machine learning and AI and scripting libraries, it becomes a bit of
writing scripts.
Yeah, if you are not a mathematician, it becomes difficult.
I remember someone's story when they asked him to write script and
don't say scripting.
They asked him to write script and he took the whole. He was an Angular developer. They asked him to go and write script
for deployment or for automating something.
It took a whole year for him.
It's not that easy, but then I mean it's doable. So yeah, once you are able to start.
So do you remember some of the things he talked about? For me, I wasn't really paying attention, but for you, I think you should be paying attention to it.
These are my kind of this is why I shine. So if I don't shine, where is my star? So he mentioned why Python is consistent, why Python has stayed around and has been able to stay around or gather the community it has, because it's very consistent. And then for beginners, it's easy to learn. There are not a lot of keywords to learn, right? For some languages, you have to learn a lot of keywords, what they do. But then for Python, there is a constant number of keywords you have to learn, and then they kind of help you to get into the language faster, and then you don't have to write public static main void. So I would agree it's simple to start, but then it's simple to start. So once you get started, you can find your way up. And I think he also mentioned that the keywords can be redefined in Python, those kind of things. I didn't know, so his keynote speech gave me that insight, and then maybe I might switch, I switch
from Static.
Let's continue. We are talking about Python, so
that was his speech, and I really like that aspect from him being the first speaker and he taking his time to address all those issues. I think when he started, even the network wasn't good, but he got some patience to be able to address that. So I really like that aspect from him.
Exactly. Another speaker was Barbara, right? Barbara, yeah.
So for Barbara, I really like her slide. Is it Python for fun or Python for something?
Yeah, it was the main aim was like getting people to, like, children to start writing programming languages, Python. She made mention of Scratch.
Yes,
using Scratch, and I think is build. I think the Microsoft has a build it app or something like that for easy building.
For that I don't know, but the only aspect I really like about her talk were the slides that she made. You see, she was trying to portray something, and the slides really went according to whatever she was trying to portray, like making Python for kids or making Python
simple
or something.
learn.
And if you look at her slide, the slides also look fun for you to be able to interact with. And for kids, they really like colorful things and what. And some kind of cartoon animations and things inside the slides, and she really nailed it there. And I really liked the slides. I enjoyed her talks when she was talking, making it known that we shouldn't only be focused on the adults, like teaching him this. We should also take the kids into our
the basically you see like
so that aspect also went up for me about the talk. Then
do you know she came from Koforidua?
Oh, okay.
I really, I think later on I overheard he was speaking with and she was talking about how to, like, kind of raise some of these things in Koforidua, and then so shout out to her for coming from Koforidua to come and support.
Yeah, it seems some of the speakers even came from WA. One of the guy came from WA.
Yeah, I think I remember. I think I remember that one.
He came from WA. So shout out to him. His name will be displayed under the screen. I don't remember his name.
I think I remember what he came to speak about.
What did he speak about?
I believe he was the one that spoke about HTMX.
Yes, the HTMX.
HTMX, using HTMX, and he was trying to tell us to let go of the React developer, right?
Yeah.
Thank God I am an Angular developer, so you let's go of the React developer, Angular developers. We are here.
Yeah, during his talk, I realized a lot of people were asking questions around that talk specifically, because a lot of people wanted to know more into how you can use it with Python, combining it with Python, and rather not use React.
So most of the functionality he displayed were sending requests, right, using manipulating the UI without having to kind of reload the page again, right? So it's kind of the way I will put it, like in a kind of how Tailwind works. You put it in the HTML, you import the library, and then you put it in the HTML tags, and then you can run the request and then update your one page for you. So maybe one page, you click something, loads a set of data, and then it displays it without having to reload the whole page. And that's kind of back-to-back movement, right? You don't have to do a lot of Node.js.
What about the talk from Julius? Is it a Ninja?
Yeah, doing some magic things with Ninja. Yeah, developing fast API. No, not fast API. Fast API is different. But then developing APIs with Django Ninja. And me, I'm not familiar with Django because I think we did learn. I don't know. But then back then in
all your sleepless nights,
we were moving to the guy's office. I think during our school days in Koforidua, and then we'll go and learn Django. It was a whole new concept to me. I couldn't understand why we were using APIs, why we were using Django. So it was quite hard for me. But then maybe once, I think the slides were shared with us, right? So maybe you would kind of go through them and then see how best I can approach it. If you are willing to teach me Django 2 for free, I'll try to make time, and then let's build something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's some of the talks. Was that all the talks from day
No,
one?
no, oh, there were lots. There was one particular one. I think from Jason. I really like that
Yeah,
one.
MLs.
Yeah, machine learning stuff. I liked it because it was related to games, and then I have a very soft spot, right? Makuma left near game, so
You can also play game.
only PES 19,
Okay.
only PES. I only play PES, FIFA, and Call of Duty, and
19.
yeah, that's the only game I
Yeah.
have, and I've been playing small. So I'm a PES champion. FIFA, me basa. But then coming back to the, he displayed, he showed a video of how machine learning can be used to improve game agents, right? How you can use to, let's say you have an enemy component of your game, and then you want it to be able to find your user while he enters or do something, right? You can use machine learning to train this kind of agent to be able to become intelligent in your game. And you use the hide and seek game as an example in the video. So um I'll call out to Jason sometime when I'm developing the next big game in Ghana.
For Jason, he has really tried because you are saying something.
Yeah, I mean, I'll call him when I'm developing the next big game in Ghana, right? So that you come and put the machine learning in there somewhere for me, so that
Sure. For Jason, he has really tried. Look, hearing from him his story, we'll be sharing it on our channel where he started from, how he got into machine learning and all those things. We also had a panel discussion also about diversity and inclusion, which raised a lot of questions over there.
Menga.
Can you say everything?
Yeah. So the panel discussion was about diversity and inclusion, and then it was 4 young and beautiful panelists, right?
With one moderator.
And the moderator was also a female, fine lady. So the question I think one of the guys asked was, where is the diversity in the panel? Because all female, like at least we can have one old, old man or old lady,
or young
and then
man.
some, a young man, or some, like maybe even someone out of programming to give their side of the story on the panel. So the panel discussion was fun though. Like
it was fun. But after the discussion, the questions time
started flowing. The questions started flowing about why the panel was all female, and then there was no diversity in the panel, right?
They can't give answers to that. They were talking
about Defa in particular skipped. Yeah.
They were talking about workplaces, and he was also asking them examples like why they think there should be diversity. They always say it without giving any proofs or any strong
arguments.
Yeah, towards it, because they say they don't give opportunity to ladies and things, and it was the opportunities are being given. If the person cannot do the job
or does not apply,
how
it's very difficult. Yeah.
I really like that talk.
And I think they made an example, right, where Jason indicated that there was a boot camp for all ladies, and he applied and still got in, right? A beautiful example of diversity.
Yeah. And one thing,
if it were all male, like the category was to be made full of males, you probably not see a boot camp was made geared towards male, right? I'm not sure you will see a lot of females applying, but then our brothers, everywhere there is an opportunity, are applying.
It seems the Pi Ladies did one event on cyber security also. We went to capture it at the SB incubator where it was for only female, but there was one guy among them. They said he applied and they picked him to come because of the diversity and inclusion, and they use those things as an example.
Yeah, our brothers there, even if there was a category made for only children, you would have 75-year-old men apply because they want to get the knowledge, right? So I think this is a challenge to, or a call to our female counterparts, or to all the maybe underrepresented category of people, right? Even if there is a small chance you might be picked, I think you should make the effort to apply, so that we can all build the community together.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's not about the diversity and inclusion, right? But I think it's about confidence. People don't get the confidence to be able to apply to some of these things. They see the program. I don't know how they want it. They want them to approach them or something like. A guy will see a program and he will apply
Regardless of qualification.
Yes, but females will be looking at the qualification. Are they female required and all those things before the work?
They'll try to apply.
Sometimes just apply for that job and see if you are not required. You get there, yes, you can say that. But if you get there and you are not accepted and you get there, by all means, because you're a female, you'll be
for sometimes. Some sort of agenda or for some PR work. It's easier to get into some of these spaces if you are underrepresented. So just I'm also 247 and enter the space.
Yeah. Let me check to see if I can get some of the talks again.
Some of the talks that I think there was another one by on community rights. I've forgotten the names. I'm not too good at names. I can meet you today and then tomorrow I want to know your name. But then he kind of detailed how to apply and then for a community, right? What are the requirements for communities to be able to create a Pi club at your university? And then
it seems that was the same thing I was coming to talk about. They said starting a Pi club in your school.
Yes. So there is the Python website where you can apply to have your school represented as recognized as a Pi club school, and then you get to build your community around Python, and then you get to share the news about Python. I'm sure there is if you do it and do it well, you can get some sort of support to increase your scope, or maybe and even create maybe a regional kind of umbrella for all the schools or something. But then I think there was a speech on that. I'm sure the videos will come out, right? With some of the resources.
Some of the videos inside there. Listen, this one too from is this Stancy? Solid
Principles.
Yeah, because everyone was talking about programming, my MMLs, AI, and this thing. So it was all about programming. But she came to tell us about some principles that you need to stand on as a person, as a programmer, or anything that you are doing. You have to have some principles and things. I really like that thought.
Yeah. But I have a reservation about that talk in particular, right? Because solid principles is mainly okay. Per my experience, maybe I've not gotten 20 years experience to debunk it, but then the solid principles usually revolve around object-oriented programming, right? So the Liskov substitution principle, the dependency inversion, what the S is for something I can't remember. I've been learning them, but then most of them revolve around object oriented, and Python is not the best language known for object oriented. I'm not saying the talk wasn't good, but then it's good, but my reservation is that at a Python conference I wasn't really expecting something revolving around object oriented, maybe some scripting like the machine learning kind of things, data processing, or but it was a good talk and then a good reminder to those coming in, because Python can also be used as an object-oriented language, but then mostly I haven't really experienced that. So it was a good talk, but then that's my only reservation. Java for the
Okay, so is this? We also had a talk from Afi Gada. Is it Gadabo or whatever? I don't know. Let me reserve the other name. But Afi, she's mainly known as Afi. She came to give one keynote talk and one talk on another. She was part of a panel discussion too.
Yeah, she was part of the panel discussion too. I can't quite remember her talk, but then I can remember she shared pictures of the group of from the 2016 meetups, and then the people who have contributed to the bringing up of the PyHo, coming up with the PyHo conference. So sorry, I feel that we can't remember the your speech, but there was a lot of speeches on that day. So
she's one of the instrumental people who has always contributed to the Python community, not even only in Ghana and outside Ghana. So she has really done well coming to that conference. She and Julius especially.
Yeah.
So they too. I really like how Manny and Michael pull up for
the event. Yeah.
Manny also came to talk about the Python Foundation. It seems he's part of the Python Foundation, and he came to talk about how the Python Foundation has been supporting the Python communities, how you can be part of the Python Foundation, and things you need to do, and the do's and don'ts of the Python Foundation, and all those things. They really try, because after the PyCon Africa, I heard he wasn't feeling well for some time, but he being able to pull up for that event was a massive support for
thank God.
Community. He really did well. He really did well.
Yeah. And I think on the day too, any other speakers came to.
So the two, it seems you have missed, or the guy from WoW also came. That's the ATMX.
Yeah.
Another guy too.
I think the rest of what I can remember, the sponsors coming to speak.
Yeah, the sponsors also came to speak. ICP was a sponsor there.
Yeah,
that was good of them.
Yeah.
Black Python devs. The sponsors. Python Foundation.
Brainry. I've forgotten the name. Let me check. But then there was this Brainry guys, right? Genius IT Foundation. And Brainry.
It seems that one of their representatives came to talk about on that day too.
Yes.
And it seems the Node 8 founders too came to talk. He came to talk about how the whole ecosystem was before he came, and how they're also trying to transform the ecosystem
in whole. Yeah.
And they are really doing well. I've been following them on IG. They've came up with some new initiative called, is it Jesse or something like that?
I haven't
Jesse, where they train people in digital marketing, social media handling, and all those aspects of tech. They are really doing well. Data analytics and things. He also came to talk about how he met Gaffrey for them to be able to work since 2017 till now, how they are doing to help the ecosystem, and how you can also be able to do something in your community, not purposely being in Accra before you can be able to do something.
And there was one thing he said that also got me like thinking, right, which was when he said that like people treat building communities as a gig economy, right? You know, people want to see that there is maybe some funding from
some of the sponsors also came to talk. ICP, Black Python,
the Python Foundation, the IT something and Brainry.
Genius, what.
Yeah. Let me check the name.
Is it Django?
Genius IT Foundation and Brainry. Yeah.
The one of their representatives also came to give a talk on that.
Yes. About their training program for children, how they are supporting
is it the senior high school or something?
Yeah, like people to get into the programming communities, and then how they've employed people on NSS, and how they've also built their community from the people they trained. Which means they are doing a great job, right?
It seems that also something that Node 8 also talk about, how they are employing people that they train. And one thing I really like in his talk is just make an impact wherever you find yourself. Don't try to move to Accra before you can be able to. In any community you find yourself, just try as much as possible to be able to create something, and that's what has brought them so far to be able to organize this PyHo.
Yeah, and I think he also mentioned that you shouldn't treat building a community as a gig, right? Where if Cocoa season for community building comes, you hear maybe the MasterCard Foundation is giving some funds to community, then you hurriedly go and then create something and then be like, okay, I want sponsorship, and then after the event you go to sleep. But then it's a constant effort to bring the people together, and then once you are doing the work, like these people would actually recognize you, and then you can actually make an impact from this. Not let me go and take some money, organize events, take my cut, and no, that's not community building.
Yeah, me, I
Yeah,
didn't even take it from that aspect alone, right? I take it from like as a business person. Don't treat your business as a what? Treat your business as a different entity, like to stand on it so that you can be able to what?
yeah,
Work it out. Don't think, okay, today you put in this money, you get more money, then you go and sit down,
you can sit down.
finish spending it before you what? You input something again in.
Exactly,
And
exactly,
that talk was really, really, I see it as waking a lot of people after the conversation. People from WoW were saying, okay, then I need to start something. I need to
exactly.
start
We need to
something
we need to
Kufrudia.
start.
And everybody was trying to what? Make a point.
Yeah, we need to start like building the communities all around Ghana. We used to have 10 regions, now we have 16, so more opportunity for communities, right? So if at least in the major cities or in these regions,
The
communities can be
cities, yeah.
sprung up, and then more people can get involved in technology, right? So we can expand as if like there are a lot of people in IT. I think there are enough jobs
Yeah.
to accommodate,
Yeah.
and then there is opportunity for everyone. Even if you are not employed,
The
you can
government
start
said they have
something.
created some 3 million jobs, so maybe you can be employed in one of
You can be
those.
employed. Are
Yeah,
you?
there are 3 million jobs. So,
Thank God.
so that's the talks. Like we have given you a breakdown of all the
Oh,
speakers,
yeah,
almost all the speakers.
most, yeah,
If we
most.
are not able to talk about some, but almost all the speakers. But now we are coming to talk about the food,
The
the location, the
attendance,
attendance.
everything
Yeah,
else that doesn't have to do with uh, thinking plenty about cancer and coding, the extracurricular for the event, right? So for me, the number one, there was Starlink.
yeah.
There was Starlink
That was Starlink, and shout
on
out
both
to
days.
I forget his name. He was also the co. Co for co-organized the event. He was part of the
Okay, yeah, I think
co-organizers.
I've seen. I'm
Yeah,
not too good with names, Starlink.
yeah, yeah.
You
And
see how they are now. You have a refi.
really did well. I enjoyed the Starlink to my fullest, Starlink.
Say they uploading pictures.
Yeah, I
Fast.
enjoyed it.
We take the pictures, edit, back. We give
Yeah.
them no there, and then. And the attendees, the attendees.
Yeah. What do you think about the attendees?
I have mixed feeling about the attendees because uh, this was like a maiden edition, right? And uh, I think the Node 8, I don't know if it's co-founder or founder, he made a point that who is a transitional community, right? People come there for education or for other things, right? They don't live there long, like maybe 10 years, 20 years. They come either for education, for job, or something. So once these things are not there, they go back. So if he came to school, vacation, they are not there. So it makes community building a bit difficult. So the numbers was, for me, it was okay for a start, but then I wouldn't know why you would register for events and then you dodge.
So for me, it wasn't encouraging. Look, let's be frank. Let's be frank. Look, the numbers there on the first day especially wasn't encouraging.
Yeah, for the
If
first
you
day.
register for an event and you know attend, just don't register. I don't see the sense in why you register for an event and you attend the event. Look, registering is not the issue. The attending of the event, because you have put in a burden on the organizer
To provide for
to
you.
provide for you
Chair.
chair, security, and everything, water,
Yes.
accommodation, food, and everything. And they'll organize, looking at your number, then they'll provide all those things for you, and you will never come to that. You never attend the event. That is, look, me, if I organize an event and you don't attend, I will call you and take my money. Like I'm saying it for Frank. If you not come to the event, then just don't register.
Don't register.
Or
Yes.
a day or two before, just send an email to the organization that, oh, due to this and this, I can't be able to attend the event,
Yes.
so that they will not provide for you. Because looking at the food aspect of it, right? Look at the number of food that would have gone waste if they shouldn't have given the food back to the people,
To
the
the
few
people,
people
yeah.
who came in the evening, and have to give securities and all those people.
They have provided internet. Maybe based on the number, that was why they secured that a big of a location, or they could have gone for alternatives to. I mean,
Yes, and the money would have been used for another thing.
Exactly.
Looking at the location they paid for, the food that the printing
of t-shirt tags. Yeah, the tags too. Because I forgot, I didn't bring my tag. It wasn't the normal paper, or you just write
no. And
nice
this is not
tags.
the first time. Most of the events, that's what they do. If you not attend the event, please, they are not forcing you to attend the event for them. It's for you to go and gain knowledge.
Yes.
And if you can't attend, just don't register. You register for an event and you don't show up, then the food go waste, the printing will go waste.
Yes.
They'll go and rent, go for a bigger auditorium. They'll pay huge sum of money that you will not come. Then all those things go waste.
If you won't come, yes, don't register.
Don't register.
If you can't come, I'm sure there are contact numbers. You can be like, okay, I have registered for this event. I won't be able to.
If there are no contact numbers, Grandpa, go to social media. You find their social media handles and tell them that, please, I can't make it to the event, so that they will do it maybe a week or two before, because within a week the printings would have been done, and conclusion on food would have been done
also. Yeah.
And even the food there, if it is done, Grandpa, they can tell the caterer to remove some, but the printing there, it has gone waste. And you, like, about 50% of the people already didn't come. After the event, I went to check the tax being there. Like about 40 or 50% already didn't attend the event.
They attend. Then so what would they use the tax for?
Just registered for the event.
Where are they going? I mean, you are putting burden on the people to kind of print this. And in environmental kind of saying hazard. You are causing harm to the environment. For not coming. Yes. You for come.
For the food was okay. Yeah, the food was.
The food there, guy. I mean.
Yeah, but
the rice was okay.
This is my first time seeing fish on jollof, fried rice. Like, I've never seen before.
I'm sure it was the 5,000 fish that you just shared on the kind.
Oh, but though I haven't seen some before, but when I was sitting, right, this thing came into my mind. I attend some few events where people don't eat meat, but they only put meat on the food. So with this, people who don't eat meat can go in for the fish. So I think it's a nice thing that they did over there. So
what about the second day?
The second day too, they did.
The second day, no. I didn't see anyone with fish on the second day.
There was fish.
There was fish.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And so me chicken too. When say,
bako pe.
Bako. Nyami di mechi bruta.
So they did really well with the food aspect too. The food was okay.
The breakfast side ne the buffet. Breakfast side, no.
The breakfast too is very, very.
It was a buffet breakfast. I had Lipton, and then they gave me milk, and then they gave me bread, and then they spread jam on both sides. No.
Me, I took jams. I took the 2 different types of jams. I don't take one. I want to see the mixed feelings.
You want to get mixed feelings?
Yeah, the tea too. It seems on the first day I took coffee and coffee and this thing, Carbon coffee and Nescafe.
Why?
And the second day,
everybody want. Only you two. Why?
I don't want to sleep. So that's some of the things. But overall, the event was okay for me. Yeah. People from Accra pull up, like I said. Shout out to them, money and coffee for this event.
And one more thing, I think the technical side, right? The projection, the mics, everything was on point.
Yeah.
During the panel session too, they brought the banners to kind of give that portray that PyCon Ho this one. So technically too, I don't know who was managing the facility, but then those people too did a very good job. The mics were functional. I mean, there was one time the mic was sounding like the Ghanaian film Ghost.
That was the first day, but the second day they fixed it. So it was from the technical guy. I went to ask him and he said there were cables that he was using that wasn't working.
So he fixed it. Yeah. The projection to the audio was like during the projection, the audio too was working. We didn't really have any issues. So
no, and they did very well. Being the first time they volunteered for most of the volunteers, this was their first time. I asked from the organizer, and this was their first time, and they did things very, very good. Yeah. Shout out to the sponsors, the organizers, and the attendees. You did a great job for bringing this up.
Yeah. So for the sponsors, let's give them a shout out so that they sponsor the next Python Ho or Python Sunyani or Python Takrade. I think ICP, right? ICP was a sponsor, and ICP is for, I think, Web3 containerization and stuff, and they also sponsor, should I say, support or give out support to those who want to build on their platforms.
Yeah, it's like an alternative for AWS.
AWS for Web3, yeah.
Web3 decentralized.
And also the Python Foundation, Python Software Foundation, they also sponsored. And then the Genius IT, yeah. And then Brainly, they were training people, like if you want to learn digital skills, they also offer that service. Who else? Black Python devs.
Yeah, Black Python devs also.
Yes, so it's another community you should look out to join, so that you can help push like the African image on the global platform when there are events around the world.
Yeah, and they do sponsor events too. And the last one is the Pi Ladies also.
Pi Ladies, exactly. Yeah, so yes, thank you for making this a wonderful experience for all of us. Kuku, what else do you have you forgotten?
Thank you, Who.
Yes, Kuku. No, don't forget that one. The Real Madrid Barca match after party.
Yeah, we did an after party. Yeah, that was a day too. After party.
The after party. We are Hala Madrid.
No. I wasn't supporting.
Hala Madrid. Did you want to say?
Me, I'm a Pep person.
So you like Barca? Small.
So, yeah.
Don't be small beatings.
Yeah, and when we went there, the Real Madrid fans.
They
went to sleep like that.
Then would 8 co-founder ordered pork and he was enjoying Asemaba.
He couldn't even take the drinks again. We were laughing at him. Stancy was also enjoying herself because she's a Barca fan. And that fan was really nice. Who will be coming back?
We'll be coming back. Yeah. Organize another one. We'll come again.
Yeah, we'll come.
Make sure you put it on El Clasico so that you can come and see our brothers.
Não, um beijo, Bill.